Hello there, welcome to Song Drumming Chronicles. My name is Miguel, and today we're going to talk about easy way, a basic, straightforward way to deal with challenges, to deal with any kind of piece of music that has given you a tough time that you find challenging, okay? And basically what I do with my students is two things and two things only. Number one, slow it down. Use the metronome, yes, but slow it down. It is so easy to forget this step because we're so charged up and eager to get the part happening that we just keep grinding away at the right tempo. And I've never run into a situation with a student where we couldn't get something perfected or on the way to perfection by just slowing it down. If you can't play it at 90 beats per minute, cool. Take it down to 80, take it down to 70, take it down to 60. But find a tempo where you can perform it consistently and then build up from there. And the second thing to do is to break it down, and that means either play a shorter section of it, you can't play a whole measure, play half a measure, or, reduce the number of voices. Instead of having hi-hat, snare drum, and kick going, just do bass drum, kick, and hi-hat, or snare drum and hi-hat, whatever it takes, okay? So I'm going to do a quick demo here for you to show exactly what I mean by those two comments. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate now what I'm talking about when we're talking about dealing with challenges. So in order to sort of break it down, there's two things you can do. One is just play less of it, play a shorter time frame. So if you're playing 4 measures and it's a challenge, well, maybe just play 1 measure and get that consistent before you take it up. So let's say I'll demonstrate by playing 2 measures of a beat. So if it's a challenge for you to play it that much, we'll play less of it. Play 1 measure, play half a measure, maybe go ready and go and. Okay, until you get that comfortable and consistent, and then you can add on from there. The second aspect of breaking it down is to do fewer voices. The beat I just played incorporated the hi-hat, the snare drum, and the bass drum. Okay, take one of them out. Maybe in this particular case, you would do bass drum and hi-hat only, like this. Ready and go. Okay, or you could do just bass drum and snare drum. Whatever you decide to do, just breaking it down can also mean doing fewer voices, and then you add in the other voices as you get more comfortable, as you get more consistent with the groove. The thing about slowing it down, so if it's just really easy to ignore, but say you're playing this beat, okay, and it's a challenge and it's not really coming off the way you want, well, just slow it down. And you can slow it down as much as you want. As long as you're developing the consistency you need, your muscle memory will lock in, and then you can use the metronome to speed it back up to song tempo. Okay, so that's the demo. Okay, so what we saw was basically how to execute those two ideas. Now, the thing about slowing it down and breaking it down is once you can do something consistently, even if it's at a slower tempo, it's much easier to then speed it up to performance tempo. And I don't know the science behind it, but it's something to do with your muscular memory. And your muscular memory is basically what you're training whenever you drum, whenever you play guitar, whenever you ride a bike or drive your car. You're training your muscular memory. Now, your muscular memory doesn't have any discernment. What you tell it is what it gives back to you. So if you're playing it badly, the muscular memory goes, boop, okay, they must want it bad, so we keep doing that, okay? That's why slowing it down and breaking it down is so important. You can get it accurate, and that way your muscular memory is locking in to how this thing needs to be played. And even if it's at a slower tempo, then you can just then gradually speed it up from there. And the way I have my students take something from a slower tempo to performance tempo is we just go in sort of BPM increments of 10 beats per minute. So say you can play it at 60 beats per minute consistently for a minute. Great. Then at that point, it's time to move it up 10 beats per minute and get it at 70 beats per minute, and then get that consistent playing for a minute, and so on and so forth until you get to your performance tempo. Say at this point it's 90 beats per minute. Once you can play it 90 beats per minute for a solid minute consistently, not perfect but consistently, then you're ready to play it with the band, you're ready to play along with the recording. Okay? So that's it for Song Drumming Chronicles for today. My name is Miguel. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, we don't work drums, we play drums, so have fun when you drum. Ciao.